All right, we've all seen the classic bell curve, right? It's simple, it's elegant, and it's absolutely perfect for describing one single thing, like the heights of everyone in a room. But what happens when we start measuring more than one thing? Say height, and weight, and age. All of a sudden, that neat little line of data just explodes into this big, complex cloud. So, how in the world do we write a blueprint for that?
Okay, so let's get into it. When we're just looking at one feature, yeah, our data points line up nicely and we can slap that familiar bell shape on top to describe the whole thing. But the second you add another feature, like weight, you can't use a line anymore. Now you've got a scatter plot, a cloud of points floating in 2 dimensions. And you know what? This is what most real-world data actually looks like. And that is the big mystery we are going to solve. If a bell curve is the blueprint for data on a line, what's the blueprint for a data cloud? Well, the answer is one of the single most important ideas in all of statistics and machine learning. It's called the multivariate Gaussian distribution, and we are going to break it down piece by piece. To mathematically describe any data cloud, it doesn't matter if it's in 2 dimensions or 200. We really only need 2 essential tools. First, we need to know where its center is, and second, we need to know its shape. That's it, center and shape. So, finding the center? That's the easy part. We use something called the mean vector, which we write down with the Greek letter mu. The best way to think about it is like finding the center of mass for the entire data cloud. It's just the average value for every single one of our features, all bundled together to pinpoint the exact heart of our data. Now for the fun part, the shape. Describing the spread, the stretch, and the tilt of the cloud is all handled by this incredibly powerful tool called the covariance matrix, or sigma. This one matrix is amazing. It doesn't just capture how spread out each feature is on its own, it also tells us how all the features move together. It is the absolute key to understanding the cloud's geometry. And we can actually see how this covariance matrix works its magic. Let's say our features are totally independent. They don't affect each other at all. And they have the exact same amount of spread. In that case, the matrix is super simple, and the data cloud it describes is a perfect symmetrical circle.
But what if the features are still independent, but one of them is way more spread out than the other? Maybe weight just varies a lot more than height in our dataset. The covariance matrix captures this with different variance numbers, and what does it do? It stretches our circle into an ellipse that's perfectly lined up with the axes.
And now for the coolest part. When the features are actually correlated, as height tends to go up, weight also tends to go up, the covariance matrix shows us that too. Those non-zero correlation terms make our ellipse tilt, visually showing us the exact relationship between our variables. It's all right there in the shape. So there we have it, our 2 key ingredients, the mean vector to find the center and the covariance matrix to define the shape. Now that we have that intuition, we are finally ready to look at the master blueprint, the single, elegant equation that puts it all together. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That formula looks intense. But stick with me here, because we already understand the most important parts. See that mu? That's our mean vector. And that sigma? That's our covariance matrix. The rest of the stuff out front is basically just a scaling factor. The real magic, the engine driving this whole thing, is hiding inside that exponent.
That little piece of the formula in the exponent has a name. It's called the Mahalanobis distance. And it is an absolutely brilliant way to measure how far any point is from the center of our cloud. It's like a smarter ruler that automatically understands the unique shape, the stretch, and the tilt of our data.
Think of it like this. A regular ruler, what we call Euclidean distance, just measures in a straight line. It's totally blind to the shape of the data cloud. It might tell you a point is far away, even if it's sitting right in the middle of a long, skinny cloud. But the Mahalanobis distance, it's like a smart ruler. It understands the terrain of your data. It stretches and squishes its measurements to give you a much more meaningful sense of statistical distance. This is an absolute game changer because it lets our algorithms understand context.
Okay, so we've got this beautiful blueprint for describing data clouds. But why this one? Why is the multivariate Gaussian the undisputed king of the hill in statistics and machine learning?
Well, it really comes down to 3 huge ideas. First, the central limit theorem tells us that when you add up a bunch of random, independent things in the real world, the result almost always looks Gaussian. Nature just loves this shape. Second, the math is just nice. It's incredibly convenient to work with. It turns really hard problems into much simpler ones, which is why so many algorithms are built on top of it. And third, it's the most honest choice.
If the only things you know for sure are your data's center and its shape, assuming it's Gaussian is the choice that makes the fewest other assumptions.
And this powerful blueprint is literally everywhere in machine learning. It's the engine behind simple classifiers that separate data with straight lines. It's behind more flexible classifiers that use curves. And it's even the basic building block for super complex models that can approximate almost any data shape by just combining lots of these simple little elliptical clouds together, like Legos.
So, let's wrap this all up. What are the core concepts that let us go from that simple one-dimensional bell curve to this powerful multidimensional tool? Here's the most important thing to remember. Every single concept you already know from the 1D bell curve just gets a powerful upgrade in higher dimensions. A single number for the mean becomes a mean vector. A single number for variance becomes a covariance matrix. A simple distance becomes the much smarter Mahalanobis distance. And our friendly bell curve, it transforms into something called a hyperellipsoid. Just think of it as an ellipse, but in 3, 4, or even hundreds of dimensions. It's a complete, consistent, and beautiful upgrade.
And that leaves us with one final big question. We know that real-world data is messy, it's complicated, it almost never forms a perfect, clean ellipse. So why is this idealized mathematical blueprint still the fundamental starting point for almost everything we do in machine learning? Well, it's because by understanding this perfect form, we gain the tools and the language to start modeling the beautiful, complex messiness of the real world.